Hey guys, so sorry for the delay and lack of content this week. I am still fighting off the flu or something. Maybe aliens are attacking my insides. But regardless of the current monsters eating away my insides, I still want to give you guys a video because it's Friday and I always do movie reviews on Fridays and they're my favorite videos to make, and I just am gonna suffer through this. Let's go. I'm gonna try and stay peppy. Wake up. That was a mistake. So, 10 Cloverfield Lane. Here's the no spoiler spiel. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Ramona Flowers? Yeah. Wakes up in what appears to be some kind of bomb shelter. And she's with one other dude I've never seen before and John Goodman. John Goodman says that they can't leave because there was an attack and the air outside is apparently unbreathable. He says that the only ones left and everyone else is dead and they just have to stay put until the nuclear fallout goes away. So for the course of the movie, Mary Elizabeth Winstead has to figure out if there really was an attack or if John Goodman has just abducted her and is crazy. But because the entire thing is pretty much from her perspective, you have no idea what is real because she was unconscious during the attack, so you have no knowledge if it actually happened or if she is just trapped in this bomb shelter with a crazy guy who is just lying to her so that she won't escape. Now what's crazy about this movie is that the trailer came out 2 months ago. Before that, no one had a clue that this movie even existed. They somehow managed to keep this thing secret, which is nearly impossible in today's age of internet and social media, and it's so hard to keep a secret. But the mysterious reveal of this movie happened the same way that the movie plays out on screen. The movie starts pretty abruptly, you have no idea where it came from or where it's going, but man, was I into it. Now here's the big question. Is this a sequel to Cloverfield? My guess, no. It's more of a Cloverfield spin-off, if anything, and you could argue that it carries similar ideas, it has some of the same concepts, and it has some kind of link to Cloverfield. But I would not go into this movie expecting a Cloverfield sequel or anything Cloverfield related, really, because it is truly its own separate thing. 10 Cloverfield Lane is, at its best, a twisted, mind-warping, claustrophobic, anxiety-attacking thriller. And I mean, it was one of the best thrillers I've seen in a long time. I was so on edge this entire movie because it just drags you through so aggressively, at a rapid pace, throwing things at you that you would not expect. And every time you think you know what's going to happen, something totally different happens and you're just like, I'm lost. I don't know where I am. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what is real, what is not real. Who's telling the truth? Who am I? What is the meaning of life? Illuminati. What I love most about this movie is that there was absolutely no moment in the film where I thought the events that were happening were predictable. Not one moment. That's really hard to find in a film these days. I didn't really know what to expect going into this movie because I wasn't a huge Cloverfield fan, and I had no idea who Dan Trachtenberg was as a director, considering this is his first feature film, but I think that's just another added layer to this movie's charm. There's this whole aura of mystery behind it that makes watching this film a totally gnarly experience. Not to mention the performances of the actors being spot on. I mean, I never knew that the actress who played Ramona Flowers could be anything but an edgy punk. And we all know John Goodman is a great actor, but holy crap, is he amazing in this. His performance is so fantastic. Honestly, one of the best performances I've seen of him in a long time. Because I mean, he's just so creepy and just like off and super weird, and I just can't pinpoint anything about him throughout the entire movie. I'm just like, I don't get you. You're creepy. I'm gonna just go take a step. Yep. Okay. So creepy. Like, I don't want to be locked up in a bomb shelter with John Goodman in this movie. No thanks. Not for me. I will pass. I think I would rather be in the other Cloverfield movie and get eaten by aliens. But his performance is what makes this movie absolutely terrifying. Because unlike Cloverfield, where there's aliens attacking you and none of it seems very real, other than the attempted plausibility that is merely backed up by the found footage effect, this film absolutely feels like it could be real. Because the only information you're given is from this crazy John Goodman guy, and you don't know if he's telling the truth. You don't know if there was really an attack. You don't know if anything is real other than the fact that you are locked in a room with this guy and it's a totally plausible situation. And that's where the horror really hits. The absolute visceral fear of watching this happen and subconsciously thinking, wow, this could totally happen to me. Wholly terrifying. The only problem I have with this movie is that I don't really feel like it's a movie you can watch more than once and have even remotely the same experience. Because once you get to the end and you know what happens, there's nothing really pulling you along through the plot. The whole mystery and reveal of the film kind of loses its magic. I almost want to see it again just to see how it feels watching it for the second time. Because what I loved so much about this movie is that the entire movie I had no idea what was happening. No idea. Also, one thing that I absolutely loved about this film is that it follows a very standard horror film archetype. Pretty girl needs to escape bad man. Standard horror trope, right? But for once, thank the gods of all that is horror, she is not a blubbering idiot. I have watched horror movies where there's this last girl trying to escape the monster. Instead of doing fucking anything, she just stands there screaming. Fucking do something! Every time I watch a horror movie like that, I'm just like, no, go over there. No, he's right there. No, pick that thing up and do this and just fucking do something instead of scream. And then I just want to scream. And then I am screaming at the TV, and I'm screaming at everyone, and then it's just chaos. And it's not a good kind of chaos. Like, yeah, I'm jumping in my seat, but not because I'm enjoying the thrill of the movie. It's because I want to fucking strangle everyone in it. If I didn't have a fever, I do now. But Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character in 10 Cloverfield Lane is on it. She gets shit done. She is intelligent, and she proves that intelligence multiple times, and I love it. Oh, I'm out of breath. Needless to say, I really love Dan Trachtenberg after seeing this movie. So I did a little bit of research on him because I have obsessive tendencies. And I learned that this guy is the same guy who made that super awesome Portal fan film a few years back. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It actually has a lot of similarities to 10 Cloverfield Lane. But when I was researching this guy, I was watching it and I was like, hey, wait a minute, I've seen this before. Because it went viral. And J.J. Abrams saw it and was like, hey, this is cool. Let's give that guy a movie. And he just nailed it. Anyways, that's all for this video, folks. I think I might pass out if I go on any longer. I'm probably gonna go make some soup and drink some tea and binge watch something on Netflix because that's all I do with my life. But I'm sick, I have an excuse. But if you're into thrillers and being really stressed out while watching a movie, go see 10 Cloverfield Lane. It's pretty awesome. Super fun ride. Definitely recommend it. I'm gonna go take a nap.